These are your evening headlines for September 17th, 2025, right here on BYU-Idaho Radio. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Jill Clary. The Idaho Falls Raceway is set to hold its championship race night on Saturday. The night is meant to entertain crowds of all ages with their drivers of all ages. Yes, there are 6-year-old children whipping some of these cars around the track. Travis Walker is the president of Snake River Car Association and helps run the Idaho Falls Raceway.
We're going to crown our champions in each class. So we're going to have great turnouts. We've got a lot of confirmed cars from surrounding states, and with the ever-growing crowds that we've had out there, we expect another good solid weekend.
The Idaho Falls Raceway is a dirt track spanning just under half a mile, and the raceway typically begins its seasons around late April or early May. Walker says the raceway goes further than just the dirt track.
As we live it, because every one of us, not only are we racers, but we're also racing families, and we also have our kids that are part of this racing thing, and you know, we want them to have fun.
Idaho Falls Raceway offers a unique way for families and friends to enjoy their time together.
Well, it's just a different form of entertainment, right? We all can go to the movies, go to dinner, but I mean, that gets old after a while. Why not get outside and do something, especially if it involves community, right? Why not see something exciting? High speed, high paced, fast, fun, family oriented entertainment.
The ultimate goal of these races, you might ask?
The goal is to pull somebody out of the stands and turn them into a racer.
There will be food trucks and other vendors present. Gates open at 4 p.m., with races starting at 5 p.m. and going until 11 p.m. Tickets for adults are $13 each, with tickets for kids being $8. Idaho Falls Raceway is located at Noyes Park, just west of Idaho Falls. A coalition of pro-public education organizations announced it is filing a lawsuit over the Idaho law that reimburses families who send their kids to schools outside of public schools. The group of 9 organizations and individuals are filing the lawsuit with the Idaho State Supreme Court. Lawmakers passed House Bill 93 earlier this year. It sets aside $50 million to give families as tax credits. They can receive up to $5,000 for tuition and fees for private, charter, magnet, or virtual schools, and up to $7,500 for special needs children. In a news conference today, Daniel Mooney, a Boise attorney and the president of the Committee to Protect and Preserve the Idaho Constitution, said House Bill 93 is unconstitutional. He cited the state constitution in regards to education. It says the legislature should, quote, establish and maintain a general, uniform, and thorough system of public, free, common schools.
These 14 words are simple, yet they're profound, and HB 93 has no basis in them. Diverting taxpayer funds to a disparate collage of private schools does not, quote, establish and maintain or even promote a general, uniform, or common system of statewide education.
The groups who are filing the lawsuit call House Bill 93 a voucher scheme and say it forces taxpayers to fund private schools. Cindy Wilson, the Idaho Director of Mormon Women for Ethical Government, said the law is unjust.
It weakens our public schools. It strips resources from the majority of Idaho children. It benefits only a few, but at the expense of all. Idaho's children deserve better.
House Bill 93 passed the legislature along party lines, and Governor Brad Little signed it into law despite strong public opposition to the bill. Republican Representative Wendy Horman of Idaho Falls, who co-sponsored the bill, told IdahoEducationNews.org she anticipated the lawsuit but is confident House Bill 93 is constitutional. Idaho Democrats applauded the lawsuit. Members of the coalition include members of the Idaho Education Association, the Committee to Protect and Preserve the Idaho Constitution, the Moscow School District, Mormon Women for Ethical Government, and 5 individuals. Chipotle is making its way across eastern Idaho with a second location coming soon to Idaho Falls. EastIdahoNews.com talked with Wade Sanner, the Community Development Services Director, who confirmed that the fast food restaurant has an application with the City of Idaho Falls for a building permit at 2310 East 17th Street near Grand Teton Mall. Carl's Jr. was previously at this spot and permanently closed on September 8th. Chipotle Mexican Grill joined the eastern Idaho community in Rexburg last September and has been a hit, offering specialized burritos, tacos, burrito bowls, and salads. The Idaho Falls location is expected to open later that year. These have been your BYU-Idaho Radio evening headlines for September 17th, 2025. Thanks for tuning in. More news, interviews, and great content are available on our podcast feed. Search for BYU-Idaho Radio on your favorite podcast apps. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and more. For BYU-Idaho Radio, I'm Jill Clary.